Yes, people are responsible for their own shitty decisions and the consequences that follow it. But at what point do we start talking about the people that stand on the sidelines screaming, floor it, when the bitch is already going 65 straight towards a cliff? When do we start holding them accountable?
Hello? Girl, wake up.
Because everyone wants to call out the cheaters, the backstabbers, the liars, the shit talkers, but they already showed you who they were. And if you choose to continue dealing with them, that's on you. But enablers, they're quiet and sneaky because they disguise themselves as being loyal, compassionate, loving, a ride or die for you. Obviously, they're not holding a gun to your head saying, you gotta do this, bitch, but they also aren't saying, you shouldn't do that, bitch. Like, you can't tell me you don't feel a whole different sense of power when you have at least 10 of your girlies backing you up behind a bad decision. If you have them egging you on and rooting you on, it doesn't feel as destructive. Now, I already know what you're thinking. You're probably like, oh, she thinks that everybody who says yes to their friend and enables them is a bad person. No. All enablers can't be prosecuted at the same levels because some of them actually do it out of love. A lot of parents will stand idly by and let their kids do whatever they want, let them make bad decisions, run around with the wrong crowd, all because they would rather have access to you and be able to know what you're doing, who you're with, make sure that you're okay, instead of having you cut them off because they try to speak up against you. I know I gave my mom the silent treatment a couple times myself whenever she would tell me that I couldn't do something that I wanted to do. But the thing is, if you actually love someone, you'd want to see them do great. You'd want them to make good decisions that keep them in line, not get them f***ed up. I think standing by and watching them self-destruct is way worse than having them be mad at you because at least you know that they won't be going down the wrong path. I know when I have children someday, I'm gonna be all up in their grill. I don't give a damn. But it isn't always out of love. Sometimes people do it because it'll benefit them. I was definitely guilty in college. I was one insufferable, self-serving bitch. Sometimes people don't mean to really be selfish. It's not because they don't have your best interest at heart. It's because they have their interest at a higher value than yours. That's what's really tough in those... Hold. Girl Wake Up hotline.
Hi, Treese. My son is 28 and every relationship he's had has failed. I honestly don't get it, though. I think he turned out to be a great man. Women these days just expect perfection. It's ridiculous. Tell me I'm not crazy. They're just impossible to please.
Girl, wake the fuck up. It's very telling that you're trying to blame the woman that unfortunately ended up in a relationship with that man instead of the common denominator, him and his shitty behavior. But I can't even sit here and try to wreck him because you're part of the problem too. You seem like the exact kind of person that would put him on top of a pedestal and make him think that he can't do anything wrong, that his shit don't stink, and then you wonder why he turned out the way that he did. You can't co-sign someone's whack-ass behavior for years and then wonder how they turned out to be the menace that they are. That's like trying to grow a nice, beautiful garden, walking past the weeds every single morning, and then being shocked when it's taken over. Be so for real with yourself. Anyways, there are literally some people who will cut you off because you are not an enabler though. Like they need people around them at all times that are just yes men. They can become the most destructive bitch in the world. They don't care as long as you say yes to them and sign off on their bullshit. Some people just don't like the truth. It doesn't really matter how you serve it to them. You could deadass place it on a golden spoon and tell them you're gonna hand feed it to them. That bitch's throat is gonna close once you get within an inch of them because some people just literally can't hear the truth. They're allergic to it. They'll swear up and down that you are fake, that you're out to get them, that you aren't supportive because you don't want to see them crash and burn. Sometimes you just gotta let people make their dumb decisions, f around and find out. The worst of the worst enabler has honestly gotta be the ones who tell you to do specific things because they know that if you continue to make bad decisions, they'll feel superior to you. Like they have to see themselves doing better than you. So they'll literally conspire against you, and every time you bring a dumb, bad decision to them, they'll be like, yes, girl, do it for the plot. And maybe they don't mean it maliciously, but it's a little suspicious that every single time you're about to make a bad decision, they're fully on board for it. They fully want to support it. It's like they almost want to see you do bad. They're like, if I get this girl off track, if I keep convincing her to derail herself, hold. Girl, wake up. Hello?
Hey, girl. Okay, so my best friend cheated on her boyfriend. Again. She keeps telling him she's with me when she's actually with the other guy. And every time her boyfriend texts asking if she's with me, I lie because that's my girl. What do I do?
Girl, if the loyalty has to come with you literally throwing all your morals, your values, and everything out of the window, then that's not loyalty. You're just her designated accomplice in her crimes. I know everyone wants to be like, yeah, men, but would you want your boyfriend's homeboy lying to you saying, oh, yeah, don't worry, he's with me right now? Do some of them still do it? Yeah, but isn't it a shitty thing? Absolutely. So why would you want to do it to somebody else? Being a ride or die doesn't mean swearing loyalty blindly. It doesn't mean backing up terrible behavior you know is going to come with consequences. And it certainly doesn't mean abandoning what you stand for just to keep them in your life. If I were you, I'd be questioning the whole damn friendship at this point, because if she'll get you to lie for her, how many times has she lied to you? Food for thought. The point I was trying to make before that, sometimes people will egg you on to make the bad decisions because it'll mean that you keep derailing your train. And if your train's derailed and going off the damn tracks, you'll never pass them. And they'd hate to see that. You passing them. Sometimes the people who help you the most in life aren't the ones who say yes to everything. It's the strict parents. It's the honest friends. It's the people who aren't afraid to call you out on your shit. And if you don't have that in your life, well, you better damn go find one. Because yes, we are responsible for ourselves, our actions, our decisions, our choices, but we also become a product of the environments that we're in. You are who you surround yourself with. And if you're surrounded by enablers, I got some bad news for you, friend. That's all for today. I'll see you next time.